Welcome to the Helping Your Garden Grow video series on our amazing new patent-pending tomato cage, the Tomato Holder. We believe it's the most versatile and adaptable plant support system on the market today. As you can see, this tomato plant has outgrown its support. Before, you would be asking, what do I add to support this plant, and what the heck am I going to do later in the season? Well, since we use the tomato holder, we're going to remove the whole cage and make it larger without harming the plant. How are we going to do this, you ask? Well, with our patent-pending clip design, we can remove each segment of the support one at a time, reposition it, reinstall it, and increase the size of the holder by adding more segments and clipping everything back together. The first step is to remove the clips from each section and then gently remove the first segment. As you can see, it's pretty easy with two people, but you can accomplish the same thing by yourself. You will then move the first segment out several inches from its original position and firmly press the posts back into the soil. Do the same thing with the next segment, making sure to set the post of the next segment right next to the post of the segment you just installed so you can reclip the segments easily. Continue to do this for all of the original segments. Remember, as you are reinstalling the segments, you should be always supporting the stems of the plant by holding them up and then setting the stems of the plant back on the segments you just installed. You will now have an opening that you will install the new segments into. Press each new segment firmly into the soil as before, and to finish the last segment, the last post should be right next to the post of the first segment. Reposition the stems of the plant on these new segments, and all that's left to do is add back the clips. You can add the clips any time in the process, but I prefer to add them at the end in case you need to reposition any of the segments. The clips are installed with the opening of the clips facing out, and the first clip is about 4 to 5 inches below the top rung, and the second clip is just above the second rung just below it. You have now supported your tomato plant for quite a while into the future. Since you have supported the plant's outward growth, its growth will probably be vertical. So when the plant continues to grow, you are now set to support that also by adding a second level to the amazing tomato holder. Welcome to the Helping Your Garden Grow video series on our amazing new patent-pending tomato cage, the Tomato Holder. We believe it's the most versatile and adaptable plant support system on the market today. All right, what we're going to do today is we're going to add our second level to the tomato plant. And as you can see, it's been a while since I've been out here. So what I'm going to do, instead of cutting all these branches off, because I don't want to lose all the tomatoes that are there or the further production, I'm going to add a second section on the outside. So what we'll do is we'll just undo these labels. Take the clips out. Now there's 2 sets of clips for every segment. So you should have more than enough. And what we'll do is we'll sort of determine which branches are on the inside of the central holder and which branches are on the outside, and we'll try not to disturb them. And you'll notice that I can give a complete second section to support all the rest of the outside growth. So what we'll do is we'll just add this first section by opening up the clips. To add the second level, what we're going to do is just open up the locking mechanism and make sure this is about 4 or 5 inches from the top, and you're going to set the rung of the tomato holder right into these open ends of the clips, and the bottom will rest on the lower rung. Then you just lock these in like this, and you go around the plant doing the same thing. Now, as you can tell, there's a lot of weight on this plant, and these have had no trouble staying up. So I'm going to try not to break these. I'll just pop these in here like this. continue doing that around the plant. We're going to add the next set just the same way we installed this first one. They clip right into the open ends of the clips. Lock them in. Undo the clips. And then I'll add my set of clips up here. It's the same way we did on the lower rungs. We're just going to clip them on to hold these two sections together, and these just lock. Once again, we're going to add the second set of clips in here. Pops right on, and these just lock in. Always pop them from the inside out so you can have your, if you happen to go 9 feet, you can add your second set, third set. Now here's a plant that we just only needed the center sections. And what a beautiful tomato plant. It needs to be trimmed on the inside, thinned out so you can see get some airflow through there. But that's the next step. That's just so much easier than always staking everything. And as you can tell, it's 6 foot